that is taken from your paycheck is, guess what, the federal tax. That is, it's called EI, so employment insurance, but it helps you when you're unemployed. So that's another. What's up everyone, welcome back to Canadian C on my YouTube channel, and the topic of today's vlog is going to be one that is something that everyone encounters when they start working in Canada, and you might have guessed it right, it's all about how much money do you not make, how much money do you keep at the end of the day after you're done with your days of work. So the topic for today's vlog is going to be about the different types of deductions that are taken from your paycheck once you're done, once you get paid at the end of 2 weeks or at the end of the month. So we will be looking at that in today's vlog. Now remember, everyone that is working in Canada, that has a job in Canada, that is employed in Canada, and I'm not talking about people that are running their own businesses or that are self-employed, okay? Again, a lot of the information I'm giving on this channel is based on my personal experience, so please make sure to get a licensed finance/accounting professional before you're taking on any kind of before you're taking any kind of financial decision. So make sure to do that, make sure to do your due diligence. But all I'm sharing with you is some tidbits of information that can be useful to anyone out there that is trying to understand how do we get deducted for taxes from our paycheck, and what are the types of deductions that are sort of included in our paycheck and that reduce our income at the end of each pay period or at the end of each month. So that's what we will be looking at in this vlog. So remember, the first type of deduction that is taken from your paycheck, by paycheck I mean the actual, or pay stub I should say. So remember, nowadays everyone gets their salary deposited directly into the account, so we don't get a paycheck anymore. We actually just get a pay stub, which lists your total income. It also lists the total deductions that reduce the income that comes into your bank account. So the first type of deduction that is taken from your paycheck is, guess what, the federal tax. That is a big amount that comes out of your paycheck, and that's how they run a lot of the programs in the country, and federal tax is one of the sources of income for the federal government. The second type of deduction that comes in from your pay stub that is taken or deducted from your pay at the end of each pay period is the government pension plan. So look, it's called the CPP, the Canadian Pension Plan, and basically what that is that the government deducts a portion, and you're required to, even if you're self-employed, I think, again, double check on that, but the government is required to sort of deduct a percentage, or have the federal or whoever's paying you, your employer, have them deduct and give them this particular amount at the end of each pay stub, and this amount goes to your pension, basically your pension plan for the future. So it's the government acting as a sort of like a trustee and managing that pension for you. So that is what the second main deduction is on a Canadian paycheck, and that is the pension plan deductions for everyone that is employed in Canada. Now, we are looking at some of the deductions that are taken from my pay stub, but remember, everyone's situation might be different. Someone might have some more deductions that might be taken from their paycheck depending upon their arrangement or contract with their employer. I'm only discussing my situation. So the third type of deduction, main deduction that comes out of your Canadian paycheck is employment insurance, and this is another important I should say it's unemployment insurance, or it's called EI on your pay stub. It's written as EI, but it is also an important deduction. And what this is a very important benefit, I should say, for all Canadians and for anyone that's living out there, is that when you lose your job through no fault of your own, you get a percentage of your pay. You could get up to 55%. I think I'm not sure what the latest figure is, but you get a percentage of your total pay, not the whole pay, percentage of your total pay, for a certain amount of time while you are unemployed. So this is a nice benefit, I should say, that every resident of Canada gets, every permanent resident or citizen of Canada gets, is employment insurance. And to be able to fund this, there is a deduction that is taken from your paycheck, and you know, it reduces your pay by that particular amount. So the employment insurance, I should say, is it's called EI, so employment insurance, but it helps you when you're unemployed. So that's another deduction that comes out of your paycheck. Now, the fourth deduction that comes out of my pay stub it's a defined contribution pension plan. And let me tell you what this is. So once I got this particular, contract or job, full-time job with my employer, they offer this benefit that in addition to whatever pension, in addition to the deductions for Canadian pension plan, they offer their own pension plan, whereby if you are, if you elect to have a certain percentage of your income put away for your pension, there's a maximum amount to it. The employer will match that particular amount. So let's say, for example, I select to have 3% of my paycheck put away for a retirement, for my pension. They will match that and this is also an important tax-free benefit, I think, that can help for a lot of people planning their financial future. So yeah, defined contribution pension plan. It's not offered by every employer. I think not every employer offers it, but a lot of companies, a lot of good companies offer it. Mine does, so I'm happy about it. And they match my deductions for pension. So this is in addition to the Canadian pension plan, and this deduction is taken from my paycheck, and it goes to contributing to the pension fund for my future. So there you go, everyone. That's a list of some of the deductions that are taken from my pay stub. Again, everyone's situation is different. So everyone has, someone might have lesser deductions or more deductions depending upon their individual situation, depending upon their contract, depending upon their employer. So I just wanted to sort of make this a small video to sort of help everyone understand the way the Canadian, the Canadian pay and pay stubs and deductions work, and what percentage of income do you make, and what percentage of income do you actually get to keep. And that is the important distinction that that I tell everyone, is that it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you can save, or that you actually get into your bank account. So hopefully this vlog helps out everyone out there to understand the Canadian deduction and pay stub system. And if you like this video, let me know in the comments by your comments, basically, whether you were able to enjoy this video, whether you found this video insightful, educational, and whether it, if you already knew about this. Let me know if I missed out on anything in the comments. Until next time, bye bye from Canadian. See ya, and remember, keep on trekking.